You've been lied to, not by your ex, not even by astrology memes. This time it's self-help advice, those sugary-sounding tips like just think positive or grind harder. But here's the thing, a lot of them don't work. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain doesn't run on inspirational posters. Let's break down 6 popular self-help tips that sound deep but are actually trash and what science says to do instead. Number 1, just think positive, aka mental gaslighting 101. Ah yes, the classic. You're having a horrible day. Your pet just barfed on your laptop. Your job feels like emotional sandpaper. And someone, probably Karen from HR, chirps in with a bright-eyed just stay positive. Let me translate that for you. Ignore your actual emotions and pretend everything's fine while your soul quietly files for bankruptcy. The problem isn't positivity. It's toxic positivity, the idea that any negative thought is bad. So you should bury it under a mountain of forced optimism and motivational playlists. But here's the science. Studies from the University of Texas have shown that suppressing emotions actually makes them stronger. That's right. The more you try not to feel sad, the more your brain goes, challenge accepted. According to research from UCLA, simply naming your emotion like I'm feeling overwhelmed actually reduces amygdala activity. It helps regulate the emotion through your prefrontal cortex, your brain's adult supervisor. So no, you don't have to be a sad potato all day. But pretending you're a joy unicorn when you're drowning in cortisol, not helpful. Number 2, fake it till you make it. Let's all take a moment to thank this phrase for making every insecure intern in history pretend they're the next Steve Jobs while forgetting where the printer is. The idea is that if you act confident, eventually you'll become confident. Seems harmless, right? Just slap on a fake smile, strut into the room like you own it, and hope nobody notices you're vibrating with existential dread. But here's the psychological pothole: faking it too hard can lead to what's called imposter syndrome. That's the lovely feeling that you're just pretending to be competent. And any second now, someone's going to bust in and revoke your entire personality. Research from the University of Salzburg found that when people constantly fake emotions at work, it leads to emotional exhaustion and burnout. Your brain knows you're not being real, and it hates the cognitive dissonance. It's like emotional cosplay, but with real-life consequences. Also, if you're always faking who you are, you never give your actual self the chance to grow. You're so busy performing confidence that you never build the skills or self-trust to actually be confident. What works better? Try feel it while you build it. Focus on small, repeatable wins that build genuine competence. That's how self-efficacy, your belief in your own ability, is formed. So don't fake it, build it. One awkward but honest attempt at a time. Number 3, follow your passion. This advice sounds like a Pixar movie threw up on your LinkedIn. Follow your passion and the money will come. Right, that's adorable. But here's the problem. Passion isn't a GPS. It's more like a glittery fog machine fun, but it'll absolutely blind you if you rely on it to make life decisions. Psychologist Cal Newport, in his book So Good They Can't Ignore You, shreds this myth. He argues that blindly chasing passion can actually lead to less satisfaction, not more. Why? Because passion is not fixed, it evolves. And when you expect your job or hobby to give you endless joy and meaning, you set yourself up for disappointment when it doesn't deliver fireworks 24/7. What actually works? Develop passion through mastery. Instead of asking, what am I passionate about? Ask, what skill can I get good at that aligns with my values? Passion often comes after you start seeing growth, impact, and momentum, not before. So yeah, follow your passion, but also bring snacks, a map, and a solid plan B. Number 4, get out of your comfort zone, but please don't traumatize yourself. This one's the motivational speaker favorite. Growth only happens outside your comfort zone. Yes, pushing boundaries matters, but there's a line between stretching yourself and drop-kicking your nervous system into chaos. Here's the science. Your brain thrives on what's called the optimal anxiety zone. It's the sweet spot between boredom and panic. Tasks here are challenging enough to engage you, but not so overwhelming that your prefrontal cortex taps out. This goes all the way back to the Yerkes-Dodson law from 1908. They found that performance improves with stress up to a point. then it nosedives. You don't throw someone with a fear of spiders into a bathtub full of tarantulas. Unless you're rebooting Fear Factor, in which case please stop. What works better? Try progressive exposure or micro-bravery. Small, calculated steps that nudge you out of your comfort zone without melting your internal wiring. Push the edge, not the panic button. Number 5, wake up at 5 a.m. like a CEO. If you've scrolled through Hustle TikTok, you've seen it. Some guy with a jawline that could cut glass is yelling, "Winners wake up at 5 a.m." Apparently. If you're not journaling cold plunging and launching a startup before sunrise, you're a failure. Here's the deal. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. to be successful. You're not lazy, you're probably just not a morning chronotype. Chronotypes are your natural biological rhythms. Some people are morning larks, some are night owls, some are gremlins who peak at 2 p.m. after 3 coffees. According to sleep expert Dr. Michael Brews, forcing yourself into a wake-up schedule that doesn't match your chronotype can wreck your mood focus and metabolism. Also, sleep deprivation ruins everything. It lowers cognitive performance, kills creativity, wrecks memory, and turns you into an emotional raccoon. So unless you're genetically wired to be a 5 a.m. wizard, stop pretending that being tired is a personality trait. What actually works? Consistent high-quality sleep that respects your natural rhythm. That's it. That's the hack. Number 6, grind now, rest later. Spoiler later never comes. Here it is, hustle culture's closing argument. Sacrifice everything now. So future, you can sip smoothies in Bali at 35. Burn out your health, ignore your hobbies, alienate your friends, all in the name of someday. Except, future you is built by present you. And if present you is running on fumes, caffeine, and a vague sense of dread, you're not building a legacy, you're building a breakdown. Here's the science. Your brain's reward system needs cycles of effort and rest. If you grind non-stop without rewards, you become desensitized. That's called hedonic adaptation. It's why even big wins start to feel meh. Also, chronic stress floods your body with cortisol. It tanks your immune system, messes up sleep, and literally shrinks your hippocampus, the part of your brain that handles memory and emotion. So yeah, rest later might actually mean crash sooner. What works? Sustainable effort. Work hard, yes, but with built-in rest and real rewards. That's how you build resilience. That's how you build momentum. And hey, that's how you actually enjoy your life along the way. There you go. 6 self-help tips that sound inspiring, but fall apart under a microscope. If your brain made it this far without launching into fight or flight, give it a treat and hit subscribe. Or drop a weird psychological fact in the comments. The weirder, the better. See you next time.